Hey, howdy, hey partners, it's Today I Grew Up, and today I'm super excited because we're going to take a look at my custom collection for 2025. Let's get into it.
You're watching Today I Grew Up!
Now give me the microphone.
No!
It's my turn. You're watching Today I Grew Up. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Excited to be back here today, partners, to talk about my custom collection. It's about time to make an update video to show you what I have for my custom movie accurate collection, and something that is going to be a little different every year that I do these, because every year I'm always trying to improve things with the customs. So you're looking at movie accurate Woody right here. He's got the Seed Toys head, and I did talk to Luminous Toys. He's actually working on a movie accurate Woody head that looks just as good as this Seed Toys head, but it's painted a little bit better in my opinion. So I'm really excited. He said that it's going to be ready soon. So as soon as that's ready, I'm going to put it on this body, the Brazilian rare body that I modified, because I feel like it'll be even more movie accurate. But I'm really happy with it. Even if something happened and I didn't get Luminous Toys for whatever reason, I'm really happy with this as being my main movie accurate Woody. I mean, does he look a little bit more like Toy Story 4 Woody right now? Yes. But I'm still really, really happy with him because he does look like I got him out of the movie screen from Andy's personal collection. But it's really nice. He's got the Metacom hat with the custom felt mod. He's got real hat cord leather stitching, polyvinyl on the actual hat. So I really love this as the custom hat. I just really like this custom head sculpt. It's kind of squishy too, like it's supposed to be. Feels like Thinkway Toys quality, which I really love. He's got the Seed Toys badge. It's a little too shiny, and he's got the real metal pin in it. And I had to put some glue so it doesn't fall off. It looks pretty nice nonetheless until I get a better badge from maybe Luminous Toys. He was working on one. I have real pearlized buttons. I got the Brazilian vest that doesn't come off. Movie accurate pull string ring with Divine Child. Slow retract voice box, which is nice. I have the belt that looks like real leather, but it's from Not a Toy Company from Brazil. He doesn't make them anymore. I have the accurate ruby here on the holster with the swinging holster mod. I really love this ruby that I found. I used to sell this ruby, but I don't sell it anymore on my website. And here we have the movie accurate jeans with the awesome boots from Not a Toy Company. He doesn't make these anymore either. We have to have Andy on the bottom that I wrote myself. So really nice. One day I hope to get the real John Morris, the voice of Andy, to sign this Woody for me. I think that would be even better. But for now, this is what I have. And I really love my custom Grail movie accurate Woody. This is the one that I display proudly in my display case to keep him safe from dust. Next up in my custom collection is this Stunt Woody. He just has a regular Disney Store hat, nothing special about that. He's got a Thinkway Toys huggable plush Woody that came out in 2019 to promote Toy Story 4. It's a little scuffed up. I got it on eBay used, I remember. He's got this head flop, which is awesome. He's one eyebrow off from being movie accurate. He needs more color too. No hairlines, but it's still really nice. For my Stunt Woody, I can throw him around and not worry. He's just got the vest glued to his body with a hot glue gun, and then he's got the accurate pull string ring. He actually has Divine Child voice box in him. I took out the batteries though because I don't like battery corrosion, so I only put them in when I need to use them. And then he has this really cool yellow spurs. I did customize the bottom to say Andy on the bottom of his boot. So it's kind of like a really good budget movie accurate Woody. I remember I painted the belt buckle yellow myself. The boots already came yellow and the holster was already yellow. So I just painted the belts. And then I didn't put pearlized buttons because I was just going to throw them around. So it didn't have to be that accurate. It just kind of had to look accurate from afar. He really has great ragdoll body properties. So I do love that. I did put custom hands on him to match his face better. I remember the hands were too dark when I got the body. I think it's a JCPenney body that I used. I think it cost me like $100 to do this. But the huggable plush head is more rare and expensive these days. It's hard to find for a good price, sadly. Here's my custom Buzz Lightyear from Garrett Darkstar Customs. He really did a great job on this. I took the helmet off. He had a full helmet, but I temporarily took it off because I'm going to ship it back to him. Because although he did incredible work on it, there's things that I do want to fix, such as matching the paint of the purple to this purple. I need to paint match that. Another thing that I want to change is the wing is a little bit broken. So I'm going to send him a replacement wing for him to install and paint. So I do want to get that fixed because it doesn't close anymore. The spring's broken inside. Another issue is the wrist communicator doesn't make the sound. So I have a new arm for that. So that'll be custom painted and installed. And then Toy Story Man, a good friend of mine, he did a real laser pointer arm. So that needs to be painted and installed because these were glued by Ranger Customs, so we can't open it. So I do have extra parts. I will be sending that off again. But I really wanted to make this video to show you that I have my custom Buzz here before he's sent away for more mods. Again, I feel like this Buzz is never done being modded. It's been a journey for sure. I started thinking about custom Buzzes a long time ago. And over the years, I hired Ranger Customs, Most Excellent Collectibles. And I changed my mind to do like Toy Story 1 or 2 Buzz because I like Toy Story 2 the best. So Garrett was helping me do more of a Toy Story 2 look for this Buzz. The head is by Divine Child, which is nice. It's got a magnet mod like most of my Buzzes have. So I can do like Spanish mode. Buzz Lightyear Adrascate. That's pretty cool. You know, it's awesome that it's magnet, so it's really easy to do. This one is a closed mouth smile, Thinkway Toys budget Woody head, which is really nice. I really like this one. It's the toy mode for Bonnie's room in Toy Story 4, which is really weird. And then we have a regular cloud. I had an extra cloud pattern Buzz for parts. So I used the head and made a magnet mod. So now you have a cloud Buzz head on here. But of course I like toy mode. So we're going to put toy mode back on. This just looks way more accurate to me. I just need to get it paint matched. So he will be shipped off again very soon. And then I will show him off when I get him back and get all those little changes fixed. I'm really excited to get this custom Buzz done because I really, really want it completed. Next up is my stunt Buzz. This is a stunt Buzz. So basically for live actions, if I want to throw a toy around, I use this one. He does have the pop-out wings. He does talk.
They are a beryllium carbonic alloy, and I can fly.
It came from a JCPenney Buzz Lightyear. Originally, the JCPenney Buzz came with this face, which I didn't like, but the voice box was amazing. So I got a Thinkway Toys head magnet mod for this as well. You can still close the helmet, do the whoosh feature. It doesn't, mess with anything. He does have, standard wrist communicator, laser button. And then back here he's got, I used a Sharpie to do the wings. I usually leave them popped out because the Sharpie does rub with time. So I don't like that part. He's got Andy on the bottom of the boot from Disney, which is nice. He does have his karate chop action as well. So this Disney Store Buzz is really probably my personal favorite one they've done, just because the voice box is just so good.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
I love it. He says so many Toy Story 1 voice lines. It's very crazy. So I recommend the JCPenney Buzz for the best voice box.
How dare you open a spaceman's helmet on an uncharted planet? My eyeballs could have been sucked from their sockets.
Here's what the head swap looks like. We got closed mouth smile Buzz. We have a cloud pattern Thinkway Toys Buzz head right there. Makes him look pretty good, actually. I really like that look. This one looks pretty good. And then we have the Spanish mode. The way it came with was like this. So the one I like to use best for this Buzz, though, would be the standard Thinkway Toys like budget Buzz head. Because he's got a nice smile, So for the stunt Buzz, I'm not really going for toy mode. I'm going more for a live mode. But I think this looks really nice for a stunt Buzz. And one of my most prized possessions of custom Buzz in my room would be this Disney Store 2019 limited edition Buzz Lightyear with Divine Child head. He's got the whoosh feature. He has a lot of things going for him. He has a Divine Child magnet mod here with this toy mode expression. I remember painting the eyebrows myself because for some reason I got one without the eyebrows painted. He does speak English and Spanish and has a real laser pointer in his arm. I don't have batteries installed in him right now. I try to avoid battery corrosion when storing these toys. He's got the custom shoulder pads right here. I had to rip off this black part so I can install that. His arms can go to his sides. He does have the ball joint. I do wish I can get that mod done on this side, but because of the karate chop action arm, I don't want to mess with that yet. Maybe in the future I can fix that. Hacker Billy had like this little tutorial. The little stickers tend to be peeling off a little bit, so I keep the wings open to not mess that up. But he does have the sticker application. They seem to be peeling a little bit with time, but I can always fix that. It's not a big deal. He does have Andy on the bottom. He does glow in the dark super bright, so I do love that about this Buzz. He's one of my favorite Buzz Lightyears ever. Even though he's a Disney Store body, it's a very rare one from 2019 that you can't buy anymore. So I really love this custom Buzz. Let's switch the heads out for closed mouth smile Buzz, regular cloud pattern Buzz Lightyear. I think it looks great. Here is the JC Penney Spanish mode Buzz Lightyear. Soy Buzz Lightyear. Pretty cool. I like that one. But the one I like to keep, of course, is Divine Child Toy Mode. He looks more like Toy Story 1 Buzz to me. He's really special. One of my most favorite items in my collection for custom toys is actually this box. Even though it's technically not a toy, it's part of the Buzz Lightyear toy. It looks like I pulled it out of the movie screen from Big Al's Toy Barn. Really love the front. You got the window, you got the wings that are accurate. You know, Thinkway Toys did release a version of this box, the rocket ship, but it just wasn't quite right. And the back here has the accurate saying. There's a proof of purchase, so it looks exactly like it did on screen. So that was something that always bothered me, that we never got an accurate one. It's got the right labels on the top of the rocket ship also. The bottom has the rocket boosters there, so you can fly away. I really like how they did the wings, just like the movie. It's a very sturdy cardboard. A friend and fan of mine actually made this for me, shipped it to my house for free. I love that you can open it and just like the movie. So everything about this is 100% accurate. And I wish toy companies made this, but they haven't so far. Maybe one day in the future we'll get it, but for now I'm very grateful that I have this to go with my custom Buzz Lightyears. The next custom toy in my collection is this movie accurate Jessie. Let's start out with the hat. This was made by a friend of mine, Toy Story Life TK from Denmark, I believe, and he did a fantastic job on this hat. It's really realistic to what we see on screen for Jessie. It's not heavy, so it doesn't make her head flop over. So I do appreciate that. This is a really rare body from Thinkway Toys. They only released a few promotional ones in 2010, and then they were gone forever. So it's a very rare Jessie. Divine Child did a great job with the head sculpt. However, I did tell him, and a few others told him, that we needed to fix the placement of the eyebrows. Also, just the paint overall needs to be fixed. My hair mod's okay. It's holding up all right. I did do the hair of Yarn mod on my channel with the braid here and the bow. And I have a movie accurate pull string ring, which it doesn't function as a voice box, but I can move the ring. But yeah, I had to paint it over because I had something painted on the back. So I try to make it movie accurate as much as possible. What I really like about this Jessie is that they are cloth chaps, and so it's not going to flake or peel off. I did add Andy on the bottom of her boot there, so that's really cool, and I really like that. But yeah, it's a really nice Jessie. I got this rare belt from a Hawaiian Jessie. I think I transferred it over. Looked movie accurate. Everything looks good. I put real pearlized buttons on her. So this is a really nice Jessie. I just can't wait to get a Jessie upgrade. Head 2.0 is coming very soon on this channel, hopefully by next month. But for now, this is what I have. I just love that she's a ragdoll body. She's got great head flop. She's very ragdoll. And she definitely is the best Jessie I have for movie accuracy right now in my custom collection. Next up in my custom collection is movie accurate Stinky Pete. He cost me way too much money, $1,000 from Cop, from China. I'm grateful I have it. It's a prototype, so it's not mass produced, so everything's made out of clay, stitched by hand, real denim. Everything is really nice. The hat is too heavy, in my opinion, because it's like a heavy resin, but I am grateful that I have it because it does look exactly like the movie. He has a voice box, he talks, he has a pull string and everything with 9 different sayings. So the box is spot on. This is something every collector needs, a movie accurate Prospector Stinky Pete box, because as Jessie says in Toy Story 2, he's mint in the box, never been opened. Bullseye, turn me around. I remember that. But yeah, it's really nice. I never like to take him out of the box anymore, just because he's getting older with age, and I don't want dust to get on him, and I don't want to break it because it's very fragile. One of the most fragile pieces in my collection would be this one, because if you dropped him, chances are he could break. So that's why he stays in the box behind glass, and I try to preserve him forever. But I'm really, really happy to have this, because without Stinky Pete, we can't complete the Roundup Gang. Next up in my custom collection is movie accurate Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head from Seed and Sid Toys. This was a dream come true. As you know, over the years, I really tried to customize my own with the help of different custom makers, but everyone failed me. And every time I tried, I was like, wait a second, we could do better, like John Lasseter says. But I really tried to get accurate versions of these toys for many years, and finally it happened, and we got an answer from Seed Toys and Sid Toys. So I really love them. The eyebrows are magnetic. You can take off the parts just like the movie. They're in toy mode, the arms. The one complaint I have for these is that they don't have bendy arms. They're not flexible like in the movie. But because I chase toy mode and I want Andy's toys, I am happy with them still because they look the part. I love that they're simple toys, no electronics. The back compartment opens and closes just like it's supposed to. And that's what makes these toys really special. There you have it, a look at my custom Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. They're a dream to have in my collection. Love them a lot. Next up, we have movie accurate Zerg. He's got a switch on the bottom of him, so when I switch it on, his red lights actually stay on like the movie. And what I really love about this Zerg is that his mouth lights are accurate to the movie.
So, we meet again, Buzz Lightyear. For the last time, I will defeat you, Space Ranger.
That's what makes it worth it, that light mouth movement. And also, because those lights are on, you have Zerg vision on the back of his head, which is really nice. And he's got this translucent knob, so when you press it, he makes blaster sounds. So that's super cool, and I really enjoy that about this custom Zerg from Hacker Billy. He helped me mod it. I put some Nerf balls in there, and the custom switch is just makes it really cool. And then right here, the rubber waist, he's able to articulate like Buzz Lightyear because we got it from a collection Buzz. So that is really cool. He also has the ball joint on the wrist. So that's what makes this Zerg really cool. Next up, we have movie accurate ham. I got this 1987 suction hat from Play School on eBay. It's only 10 bucks. I'm very proud of that. So you can turn into evil Dr. Pork Chop. Love that. This is a cop ham. I actually found it on AliExpress for cheaper. So you can buy it from some sellers on there who have their hands on it. And I think I only paid 200 bucks for this, so it was very inexpensive. I think with shipping and stuff, it was closer to 250 or 260. But even then, what a great price. He's got his movie accurate slot there. And on the bottom, the only thing that bothers me about this ham is that the cork that it came with is too heavy. It tends to fall out really easy. Although it does say ham on the bottom, which is pretty cool, ham piggy bank. The problem is this cork is just way too heavy and it's not very cork-like. It feels like wood. But it does go on the bottom. If you push it hard enough, it will stick and stay. But yeah, that's the one complaint I have about this ham. But he looks great. He's in toy mode. He's got that toy mode expression, just like Andy held him in the film. And with the hat, it's really nice display piece. So I really like this custom. Next up is Slinky Dog. He's really cool. So I remember they released him for Toy Story 4. Previous editions had like a hole in his head with the leash. That was weird. So I'm glad they corrected that with later editions. But I didn't like the ears. They weren't leather. So I remember I made these myself. I custom found some leather, cut it out, and glued it in his head. Took out the other ones. Now he has real leather ears. Looks accurate, and it's more accurate that way. And then here I got a bigger Slinky because the one he came with was too small. So now he stretches really far. It's actually a Slinky Company Slinky from the real makers who make it. He's got the same spring tail. Some people have broken his legs to articulate the legs, but I don't want to risk breaking mine. It's good enough. I use them for display mainly, so it's okay for me to not have them super articulated. But definitely the ears bothered me the most to look at. So I'm glad I did that. Slinky did need a replacement. Other than that, I did not customize him further, but I'm really happy with this custom Slinky. Next up is Lenny the Binoculars. I got him from Disney on Ice in 2010 era. He was only $15 if you went to Disney on Ice. He does work like real binoculars, although you can't really see that far. The one thing you might be asking, what did you customize? Well, the one thing I customized on him are these googly eyes. I went to the craft store and I found some googly eyes. The reason why I put the googly eyes is because without them, he doesn't look that great. So I'm just glad I found these because it makes him look more like Lenny. Next up is Big Baby. I remember I put a little sticky in his eye so it half closes so it looks broken like the movie. His other eye functions normally if you lay him down. He's a very vintage doll. He does have head articulation. He has scratches and natural markings, which was nice. I bought him used that way. I remember I swapped the head to this body because this body looked more accurate to me. And I made him a little dirty. You know, I was using a marker and looking at the movie for like the little tattoo type appearance. Some things with time have faded on him, I notice. So I may need to touch up some paint pens or markers here and there. But overall, I'm happy with it because he does look true to the movie like this. I'm really happy with this custom Big Baby because they never made him from an official toy company, not in this movie scale. So I'm very happy to have him. Next up is Forky. He's a standard Disney Store Forky from the Disney Store. The one thing that is custom modified about him is his googly eyes. I remember I had to crack this open with a knife to glue it back in, but he didn't come with googly eyes, which was really crazy because that's what makes Forky Forky. So I remember I had to put some googly eyes, real ones, so that when I shake him, he does do that googly eye action. So I'm very happy with this. Simple custom, but it really needed it for this one. Here we have Knifey. Knifey is made from scratch by me, looking at the movie stills and then me trying to copy it as much as possible. I used a knife, some sticks. I try to do real clay. It's kind of cracked with time, but I think it's held up all right. That's a bad thing with using real clay or Play-Doh material, is that it really doesn't hold up with time. And even this one, it's questionable. And but it's, you know, I try to leave it alone. But it really does look like Knifey, or Karen Beverly, as she's really called. But I was really having fun with the materials. Remember, I went to the craft store. It took me so long to find all these little stickers and stuff that looked like her. I ended up spending like 20 bucks to make it look accurate this way. But it paid off, time and patience, and I really like the way it came out. Here we have movie accurate Chuckles the Clown. He does have a rocking motion. My friend Gabriella made him, and he's really nice. Everything on him is handmade. It's very fragile feeling a little bit, so I don't want to drop it. He does have a little bit of cracking there with time. I did drop this once, I think. So at least it held up. He's got the head swap feature, which is nice. So you just pull it up like this. And then if you want to put this one on, it's really easy. Slips right on. And now he's kind of in the sad mode. This is when he's in a live mode. He looks like this. He says, "I knew Lotso." Which is really funny. So I'm glad I got the head swap feature. We also got the daisy locket that I got from Etsy. I believe Etsy had this, so I usually display that with my Chuckles right here and his pocket sticking out. So that's pretty nice, and I'm very grateful and happy to add this to my custom collection. Next up, we have the snake from Brush It Off Props. It was amazing deal. I think she only charges like 30 bucks for this, I believe. It's got the tongue inside. It's got the little fangs. It's got the accurate sticker applications with the purple and green. Reminds me of Buzz Lightyear. It's got the tail. It's got the ability to snake around like a real snake toy. So it's a very, very nice display piece. It looks like Toy Story 1 snake. Really awesome job by Brush It Off Props. I recommend if you're on a budget and you want movie accurate toys, hit her up on Etsy. She has some really amazing customs. Next up, we have the custom aliens made by Zetaboo and Toy Story FR collab. I'm so grateful for them making this because this is epic. It's got the head articulation, which they didn't have to add, which I appreciate. They also have the flexible antenna that's skinnier, better than Thinkway for sure. I love the rubbery body, and everything's kind of squishy. It has a real squeaker on the bottom. And now let's squeak them. If you have a dog in the room, he may love this. That's pretty cool. I really love that. Your dogs are probably going crazy if they're in the room, if you have any. But yeah, these are as accurate as you can get them to be. They look like Andy handed them to me from Toy Story 3. So I really love these aliens. It looks like they jumped straight out of the movie and Andy handed them to me. They're really amazing, and I couldn't ask for better movie accurate aliens for the collection. Next up, we have the hockey puck from Toy Story movie. I got this from Toy Story QC in Canada. He did a great job on it. Love that texture. It really does look like a hockey puck and feels like one texture-wise on those edges. So he did an incredible job. I wish there was articulation on it. There's not. But hey, works for the gimmick of putting him with Potato Head. When he looks at him and he says, "What are you looking at, you hockey puck?" Really cool Don Rickles reference. But really, 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 really happy to have this in the collection. Another fun custom in the collection is this movie accurate troll. I remember buying this on eBay. Somebody had modified a vintage troll, so that's pretty cool. You can see that it's made by the Rust Company, so it is vintage and it is old. It looks like the bikini is custom made by hand, which is incredible. So that is really great. I love the blue eyes with the pink hair. That's what makes the troll iconic from Toy Story movie. In that movie, This looks so great. I'm really happy to have this. Next up, we have the bookworm from Toy Story 3. He's got the little manual. I remember I got this from Seed Toys or Sid Toys. And it has a little movie accurate manual with the right pages and everything correct. He doesn't have articulation much except for this arm. That's okay. He has a little button on the back. You press it and he has that warm yellow light, which is really nice detail to Toy Story 3 when the bookworm is looking for the instruction manual. He does squeak. Really unexpected. I mean, it makes sense that he's a squeaky toy, but really cool that they thought of everything with this toy. And I really love that. You know, the warm light looks cool on the manual. It really looks like he jumped out of Toy Story 3. So I'm very grateful for this toy in my collection. Next up, we have movie accurate Trixie. She's so big, she does not even fit on this table right now. Toy Story QC from Canada made this. It is amazing. I really love this Trixie. I can see why maybe the toy company didn't make it, because it's just very big. It would be expensive to make. The mouth is articulated, opens and closes. I love that the head has articulation. You can rotate that. The rest of the body is really well done. The scales kind of remind me of Rex, the pattern on Trixie, which is nice. Here's the underside. I put Velcro so it doesn't fall off my shelf in case of an earthquake or something. You never know. I live in California. There's earthquakes here. And then the tail right here, you can take it off for display, which is nice. A nice option. So that is really cool. And of course the legs do move back and forth, which I do appreciate. So this is an amazing Trixie. Really does complete my Toy Story 3 movie accurate collection. I'm very grateful to have this one. Another giant movie accurate toy that barely fits in the shot of my camera here is this movie accurate stretch made by Sid Toys. He does incredible work. And look at that glitter sparkly body there, just like the movie, nice and glittery. On the bottom, it does have the ventilation, and also the legs are a little flexible. It doesn't have posable wires. I think what could have made it even better to have like posable wires. But, you know, I'm not complaining because it's so big and movie accurate size. I'm sure they were trying to keep the cost down anyways. The movie stretches like this blobby kind of like jelly looking substance stretch toy. So even though it doesn't stretch like a Stretch Armstrong, I'm very appreciative that it looks like that. And I really love having a movie accurate size stretch. Next up is my movie accurate Rocky from Toy Story. Love this one. It is from Toy Story Custom Replicas UK. I wasn't able to afford the Cop one, which cost, I think on AliExpress, $700. And Cop was charging $800 for a Rocky. I mean, I love Rocky, but I don't love Rocky $800. So I didn't get the $800 version, but maybe one day in the future I can afford it. Definitely can't afford it right now. But he does have articulation on this one. And even though he's probably the wrong skin color, Rocky's supposed to be a little more tan. This one does it for me enough. He has Rocky Gibraltar on the belt buckle. He does have some leg articulation in the knee, on the legs themselves, on the arms. His arms do go out and are able to move and articulate. So he's pretty nice for a cheaper budget action figure. I think this one cost me about $200. So it's a lot cheaper and definitely more affordable. And you can still sit him down. You can still do a lot of poses with him. So he's got even wrist articulation, 360. So I really can't complain about this Rocky, especially not for the price. And then he came with a weight that I could put in his hand so he can lift weights. I definitely think it's worth it. Will I upgrade one day to Cops? Probably. But for now, I'm happy with this. Next up is movie accurate Whezzy from Cop. I really like this one. It's really awesome. It's held up well on my shelf with time. He's a little older now. You can squeeze him. Sounds like a dog's chew toy. It really does. He's got that squeaker in his mouth where it's supposed to be. And it's so crazy to me that Disney never made a movie accurate Whezzy. Like scale-wise, function-wise, it doesn't seem like it'd be that hard for them to make. So I am disappointed that Disney didn't make this yet, but hopefully one day they will. But for now, the custom will do. And I'm very excited to have Whezzy in my collection. Another fun custom I have is a soldier, but the smash version of this. I smashed him with hot water and I made him fall down and bend him. So you're looking at the smashed soldier from Toy Story when Andy's mom steps on the soldiers. So I thought that was really fun and something was pretty easy to customize. So I recommend you do it if you'd like to, using a signature collection soldier that I had extra of. That's what I used for this soldier. And here we have my custom made Gabby. I remember I got the clothes from a Brazilian doll. That was an official one. But I wasn't really happy with the look of that one. So I found a Disney store animator doll and I used that. I custom did the eyes. It doesn't look that great, but I tried my best. And I transferred the clothes over. She's really cool because the coolest part about this custom Gabby is that she has a custom voice box that I made from scratch, and it's really, really cool. And she can talk just like the movie.
You are my best friend. Let's play all day. Time for tea. I'm Gabby. Will you be my friend? I'm Gabby.
I do have a video on my channel explaining more how I did this, but it's really cool and fun. I wanted to show you that under the dress here is where I have the voice compartment, and you can see here it's just that simple speaker system. I just kind of like stuck the speaker back here, did the soundboard, and I could recharge her if the battery dies, so that's all hidden underneath. And then the pull string, I drilled a hole in the body to feed the string in there and attach the pull string ring, so that's how it works. And I'm really happy with it. Even though it doesn't look 100% movie accurate, I think she looks really cool and definitely looks like Gabby to me. Here's my custom Duke Kaboom. At first you'd look at him and be like, oh, he's just a regular signature collection Duke Kaboom. But what makes him custom is his cape. I remember I had to get a t-shirt to cut the fabric out, and then I painted it and stenciled it. Because in the movie, when Duke Kaboom's riding his motorcycle, you could see his cape flying in the wind like this. And the one from Signature Collection was just hard plastic, which was not accurate to the movie. So I had to make my own shirt, paint it myself, and now he has a flappable cape. So when he's jumping through his hoop, he's actually moving his cape like the movie, which I really love. And it wasn't too hard to do, but it did take a lot of time and effort to get it to look like this. But very happy with my custom Duke Kaboom. He's my new favorite character from Toy Story 4. He really stole the show for me. Keanu Reeves did an incredible job, and I really love having this Duke Kaboom with custom cape. One of the craziest custom items in my collection is this Duke Kaboom hoop. Brush It Off Props made this for me. I remember talking to her online and asking her, look, on the box of the Signature Collection Duke Kaboom, there's this giant hoop. And in the movie, we see Rajan playing with Duke Kaboom, trying to jump off of a ramp through the hoop. And I told my friend, hey, I really want this. How do we make this happen? So I hand drew a concept, and then she helped me mock it up, and then she was able to actually make it in like 4 different sections. And then she shipped it to me, and I was able to put it together, and it's amazing. It has a 3D printed stand with a Canadian leaf on it and the giant hoop. I could see why the toy company didn't make this, because it's a little unrealistic. At the same time, it is cardboard. If I was a toy company, I still would have included it, just had it in different parts, and you can build it yourself. I think that would have been ideal. But it is incredible and amazing to have. It really does complete Duke Kaboom for me. I'm a huge fan of Duke Kaboom, so for me to have this is pretty amazing. Here's a closer look at the hoop. It's held up over the years. I'm very surprised, even though it's like paper cardboard. But I also don't play with it much, you know, only for videos. But you can just see the scale with Signature Collection Duke Kaboom, how big this thing is. And I keep it on a top shelf. It's just so big. I love that 3D printed leaf here. It's all plastic, holds up the hoop, and it's just really, really awesome. You can still buy the file, I believe, on Etsy, and then you're going to have to print and assemble it yourself. But I'm so happy to have it. Here we have custom Todoro, made by my friend Adam from Brazil. He's so big, he doesn't even fit in the frame unless I move really far back. He's got a huge body, big tail. He's got those extended arms. He also has those giant whiskers and his eyes. Really, really nice plush. I think I paid almost $180 for this. I believe he's made out of pure wool material, so he's very high quality. He's very squishy and fluffy, like we see in Bonnie's room. And yeah, he's just really giant, because in the movie, Todoro was giant compared to the other toys. So it's pretty awesome to have a movie accurate scale, and I like having the custom one in my collection. Next up, we have a custom movie accurate Dolly from my friend Adam in Brazil. He's the same guy who made the Totoro custom for me. So he does really amazing plush work. So I really love all his custom work. She has googly eyes just like the movie. It's got the tooth. The signature collection Dolly, I remember, did not have the tooth in the mouth. It has the buttons that are pretty accurate to the movie with the dress. All the details are there. I can't believe he made this. When I first saw it, at first I thought, wait, this looks like the collection or the signature collection Dolly, but nope. He made this all by hand. Everything is hand painted and sculpted there with the bows. The hair is just incredible. Everything looks 100% spot on to what we see Dolly in the movie. The little blush and everything. This is just the coolest custom plush in my collection, besides Todoro. Next custom in my collection is a Toy Story 4 Bo Peep. I used a signature collection Bo Peep, and what I did was I added the bow on the side of her head, and I got that bow and the clothes from a Disney store Bo Peep, which is now out of production. They don't make it anymore. That's what the clothes is from. I added my own gauze and tape here, washi tape I call it. I put a rope there on the staff, which is nice. I added a Giggle McDimples from another doll on her shoulder, which I thought was really cool. So she looks really great. She really does look like Bo Peep. And the one thing that is really funny, I don't know why I did this. Sometimes I feel like I regret doing this, but you know, I do it for YouTube. What did I do to this Bo Peep to customize her even more? I did an arm mod when Woody pulls her arm off. Her arm can pull off, and then Woody yells ah, and she yells ah. So yeah, you can pull off the arm, and it's got Velcro and a little pin, so that is the cool part. I can still have articulation just fine. Doesn't affect her too much. She could still hold the staff once the arm is secured back. So that's something fun and hidden on this Bo Peep. You couldn't tell unless I told you that. But yeah, she holds the staff just fine. But the arm is able to detach if you wanted to make that movie scene happen, which is really funny. Here we have Billy Goat and Gruff, Toy Story 4 movie accurate sheep with the sticker detail. I did do some paint lines to make it look like grime and dirt, but also kind of like a little gold accent. I had some jewels, craft jewels put here on the back and this little felt flower, which looks like the movie. My friend Emma in Candyland made this taco sticker and designed it, and then I stuck it on, but I did make it dirty and grimy because I wanted it to look like these sheep were running around like they were in the movie, so I didn't want it to be perfect, so it looks like it's ripping off and dirty. I have the flower here, another star sticker detail. I didn't really do anything on the bottom, so that's the same, but I really like these. They go really well with Toy Story 4 Bo Peep, my custom one. So very happy with this custom in my collection, and I think it looks really great. I did work hard on this, and I think it's awesome. Next up is this monkey I got in Japan when I was touring out there with my band, Heart Like War. I was able to pick up this monkey. It still works and everything. It's a newer edition that Japan sells. It's a re-release from the original toy, so it's not that vintage. One thing I didn't like was the eyes were painted too red. So I went in and I painted the eyes white. So this is probably I guess the custom that I did that was the least work because it was all there for me except for the eyes. So I did custom paint the eyes to make it look more like the movie with white paint. And that's all I did for customization on this one. So it's a really cool toy and I love it a lot. Another custom I have here is my Mrs. Nesbit Buzz Lightyear. I believe Gabriella from Peru made me the hat, the little teacup, the apron that you see here. It's just on a Disney Store Buzz. I did paint this whole black because when I took the arm off, it looked weird without doing that because in the movie it was black like that. I do have the extra arm right here if I wanted to do that scene where it's like, hey Buzz, give me a hand. Very funny. So I have an extra arm from this Buzz and also the back. I just used Sharpie to paint it in to make it look more movie accurate, the red stripes. I did do the head swap on this one. It is a closed mouth smile Buzz. I secured it in there because I didn't do magnet mods for this, although I probably should. And then he can be sucking down on Darjeeling. All right, Buzz, I think that's enough tea for today. I really love this custom. He's super cool. And he has the JCPenney Toy Story 4 voice box, which is most movie accurate. He doesn't have batteries. Again, don't want battery corrosion. I saved the custom Barbies for last in this video, just because why not change it up and make it more fun. So these are my custom movie accurate Ken and Barbie. For the Barbie, you're looking at a Toy Story 3 body because I needed the heels for her look for movie accuracy. I got the Toy Story 4 Mattel clothes, which is nice. And then I got the Toy Story 4 Mattel head sculpt because I thought that was the best. Did a head swap. I did my own ribbon here on the top. look more accurate. Looks nice overall. Really love this Barbie. Had to use a couple things to make this work. Same thing with Animal Loving Ken here. The clothes are from 1988. The custom shoe paint, because it didn't come with that blue color. I also painted the hair, because the hair was too dark on the Hawaiian 2010 body. So I did change the hair to look lighter like the movie. Other than that, that's what it took to get them to look this great. I feel like this combination of things makes this Ken and Barbie look most like Toy Story 3, Ken and Barbie. These are some of my latest mods for 2025. We have Villain Ken, which I call him because he was following Lotso's orders when he wore this outfit in Toy Story 3. This is a Hawaiian Ken from 2010. I did not change the hair color, it's darker, and I just left it that way because he looked cooler. The clothes are vintage from the 90s for the Cool Career Ken, which are pretty rare. I found them on Etsy. I was lucky for 20 bucks. The shoes are not original to the body, but still cool. On the Barbie here is a Toy Story 3 body because the gag is the heels when the bookworm's looking at Ken. It's supposed to be Ken, but it's really Barbie trying to get the manual. So she has the heels, so I had to get a Toy Story 3 body for that. But I used a Toy Story 4 head sculpt because that looks the best for this Barbie. And also she has the clothes from Toy Story 4 Barbie because those are so accurate, I feel, just like the one you see behind her. So yeah, and it has a helmet that's vintage and there's a G.I. Joe one. I painted this bronze myself, added metallic paint. You can open it and close it, which I like. So it's very accurate to Toy Story 3. And also the gloves do come off. This astronaut suit is made by Gabriella, my friend from Peru. She also is the one who made the Chuckles for me and other customs in my collection. She's really great with like clothes and fabrics, and she even made the Chuckles that you see behind her. So she does amazing work, and I really, really appreciate her for helping my Toy Story dreams come true with these customs. Bye-bye, bye-bye now. I remember when Tour Guide Barbie was saying that in the movie. Toy Story 2 is my favorite movie, so when I thought about doing a Tour Guide Barbie, I thought, why not? Gabriella from Peru sent me these clothes for free. She was so sweet, and she was like, you know what, I have an extra one, let me just throw it in. So I was able to put this on, and the body that you're looking at is completely not modified. It's just a Toy Story 4 Mattel Barbie, and I did get custom blue shoes, but the belt, the outfit, the dress, and the hat came from Gabriella. Everything else is stock from Mattel, and I found these shoes on eBay to match the rest of her outfit. And there you have Tour Guide Barbie from Toy Story 2. I think she looks really great. Could she be more accurate? Yes. For now, she's just a temporary solution until I can do better or get a better custom. But I can use her for some live actions for now, and I'm still very excited to have her as part of my custom collection. Here we have the dancers from Toy Story 2 at the end when Whezzy starts singing You've Got a Friend in Me. Really love that scene. I'm really planning to do a live action on that soon. For now, I'm very happy to complete this. It was hard to do. Gabriella from Peru made the dresses, the belt, the headbands. I got the Toy Story 4 Barbies from Mattel. Even though they have flat feet, it works good enough for me because I'm not really focused on that part. I did get some blue shoes, yellow shoes, and pink shoes from eBay because the dresses did not come with shoes, which was fine. It just took me a while to figure it out. But I just love how they came out. They're really sparkly, really sequency. I will say that they are kind of prone to flaking off because the sequence is a little fragile. So you don't want to handle them too much if you have this. So just be very careful. I put them on stands so I don't handle them too much. They're not going to last. So Gabriella from Peru, you can find her on Instagram. She does incredible work. She does so many customs for Toy Story dresses and clothes for Ken and Barbie, I noticed. So she does awesome work. And I just really love how these dresses look in the light, especially when you're turning them. You can just see how sparkly and fun they are. I'm really happy to have these Barbies as part of my custom collection. Well, there you have it, a look at my custom Toy Story toys I've worked on over the last 5 years. I started doing custom toys about 2019, 2020, and then I haven't stopped since to make these toys look as best as I can. I made a complete mess right now in my studio. I got toys everywhere. Nothing fits all on the table because it's just way too much stuff. But I'm really happy to show off what I do have for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, partners, thank you so much for watching, liking, and commenting on these videos. It really helps support what I do here on YouTube. If you'd like to continue to support me on this journey, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos on this channel, And I'll see you partners on the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear. You're an action figure.
You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man.
You are a child's plaything.
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.